up, guys? Welcome back to the home gardening channel. I'm gonna give you guys a garden tour. This is August 6th, 2020, and I'm gonna start on the front porch of the house just to show you guys a couple of little things that I got going over here. This is bell pepper, and it's in a 5-gallon hydroponic container. I just topped this plant. It was way tall. It had produced already some small peppers that had started, but I took them off because the plant was not doing so good due to that height, and then the little peppers bending it over. So now I just kind of topped it. It's got a pretty good root system. It's got plenty of water. It's going to be in here for a while. Hopefully produce some good bell peppers to eat. I'm going to add some more plants over here just to kind of beautify this. Right now I'm just kind of experimenting with some things in the shade. We got a roof right over here, so that helps to keep the sun out. I got a cilantro. Actually, this is a shadow benny or culantro. I found this hiding near where the air conditioner compressor is. There's a shade there, and somehow this plant survived. Usually they never survive through our hot summers. So I took it, put it in a container, and I'm hoping that I can get some out here in the shade, and that way I don't have to buy it from the supermarket anymore. This is Peach Carolina Reaper in here, just a little baby. I got some of my basil that was started in the tent, and this is in a wheatgrass container. It's got just potting soil in there, and it's coming along. I'm hoping that I can grow it out here, so that way I don't have to take up the space inside the tent. I like to keep the indoor tent for just starting stuff, and then maybe like my greens, my kale, my lettuces in the summer that I definitely cannot grow those outside, even under shade. So I'm trying to use it for mainly those two things, starting seeds and then my greens in the summer. This is called a death spiral, and it's just a little seedling there. I got a 7-pot brain strain over here, and these are all super hot peppers. Over here I got my little bell pepper plant that was getting eaten up by mealy bugs. I sprayed it and it's doing great. It's got some little bell peppers coming in there. I already picked a few off of here that were ripe, and it's got a couple more down here. Probably got about 6 or 7 peppers left on it, and it's flowering again. Here's a couple of little ones up here. So it's starting to flower again. Over here I got my giant cherry pepper plant, and this thing's a monster. It's loaded with flowers. I've got some little peppers that are starting out now. I'm not sure if they're gonna fall, because even though it's in the shade, the heat still gets up in the 90s. Here's one of the little cherry peppers that fell off. Look at the trunk of this plant. And I put cornmeal on the bottom because I had a serious ant problem here. See, here's another little pepper. I mean, it's loaded with flowers, but you know, it's not getting really any peppers because of the heat. As soon as it starts to cool off, it'll start to give me huge yields of peppers. It's on the side of the house. Right now we got shade here, so you can see where the shade line goes. But this is great because in the morning up till about noon, all of these plants here are in the shade. So my peppers and tomatoes that, you know, some of them are basically perennials. If I put it in direct sun, you know, let's say I put it in direct sun in the winter, and then the summer comes, the plants are gonna get destroyed by the sun. So I've learned to start putting them over here. These are some of my, these are small little yellow pear tomatoes that came from Baker Creek. And these are just started not that long ago. I have some chives over there, some pepper plants that I'm trying to rehab from the heat. These are Cuban sweet peppers. And then over there I have a bell pepper that I'm also rehabbing, and then a big Cuban pepper. some Thai chilies, some more Cuban peppers over here. This is a fisheye pepper. It's got that variegated leaf that's white and green, really cool. I got another bell pepper over here that's gotten really tall. I wanted to top it, but it had peppers and flowers. They're pretty small, so I wanted to kind of chop it down because this is pretty tall. I mean, it's probably about 4 feet tall, so I'll probably end up cutting it at the top. Over here we got our avocado tree. This thing's getting huge, and it's got passion fruit vines climbing on it. It's got 2. See, these things got these tendrils and they tie on, and they go all the way to the top. You can see them up there coming off the sides and at the top. So really cool. I got a Carolina Reaper over here. This guy's just a little guy, and another one over there just starting out. These are bell peppers that I'm starting. I'm trying to keep them under the shade, just because it's so hot, to see if I can get a head start on the pepper. Here's a weevil, and if you guys see these little dudes anywhere in your yard, in your garden, make sure you kill them, because these are called leaf notcher weevils, and what they do is they cut around your leaves and they'll destroy your plants. Really not good. Over here I extended my pigeon pea trees. I put down a few new ones over here that I transplanted. Some of them didn't do too good, some of them did better. I'm extending my natural barrier pigeon pea fence. So eventually I want to close this off completely from the street, just like it is over there. That way it'll be less noise. Let me show you guys some more. Over here I got some more tomatoes growing, and I think 2 of these are actually eggplant. Just kind of experimenting with a lot of different things right now. This is some kind of dwarf banana. Over here I got some taro in some containers. This is blackberry that I took a clipping from, and I'm trying to grow more blackberries because I really love those. They're loaded with nutrients and antioxidants. Over here I got a bell pepper. This one's doing really well underneath this taro because it gives it good shade, and it's got a pretty nice pepper. We harvested one that got sun scalded, but it looks pretty good. I mean, considering that it's the middle of summer, and it's still producing somewhat. So I'm gonna put some seedlings in here. These are gonna be all super hot peppers. Sweet potato, and this is the orange sweet potato, the common one that you see in the supermarkets. I got some more taro growing in it. This is taro right here, and this produces a tuber that's really delicious, kind of like a potato. Over there I got some loquat, and loquat is like a fruity, citrusy, orange little plum looking thing. Here I got some peppers. I'm not sure exactly what variety of pepper this is. Some sugar apple. There's a little sugar apple plant, super delicious. Some more taro, some baby taro. Sugar cane. This is a piece of sugar cane that just sprouted. I had cut off of my plants in the corner, and it just sprouted up, so I just moved it over here, and this will produce a whole bunch more. They come up out of the ground like little stalks. You take the piece of sugar cane and you just throw it on the ground, and it'll start growing roots, and then these little stalks will come out of it. And the sugar cane basically looks like a stick. And yeah, when you throw a piece of the stick down on the ground, you'll get that. And that was actually by accident. I got another bell pepper over here that's loaded with flowers. I think when it starts to cool off, we're gonna get a lot of bell peppers this year. A little baby mango, and these are came from a seed from a mango called Fruit Punch. That's probably one of my favorite mangoes in the world. It's growing in Pine Island, this local island that's right near us. But it's probably my favorite mango in the world. I planted probably about 20 seeds of this. So I'll keep it in containers and move them around. Here's a bell pepper that I just kind of trimmed down. It was dying in the sun. I moved it over here. Got a little bit of growth coming. Some more taro. How big this taro is. It's going all over the place. I mean, it's got babies everywhere underneath. See them there? Look, these are all the roots that go underneath the ground and they grow some more. So it's amazing. Got some sweet potato over here starting. Some more Thai chilies. These are about 100,000 Scoville. Really, really delicious. They turn red. You guys probably seen me use them in recipes. Some more bell peppers there. There's another Thai chili that I cut back just to see if it does better. Bell pepper, more taro, more Thai chilies, more bell pepper, more bell pepper. This is a ghost pepper over here. This thing's huge. Look at this trunk on it. It's beautiful. Absolutely love this plant. When it cools off, I think it's gonna produce me a ton of ghost peppers. So I'm really happy about that. It's right under the shade under, this is moringa tree. And this thing grows probably about a foot or more a month. I mean, it grows incredibly fast. More taro. Over here I have pomegranate. This is what the pomegranate tree look like. This will turn into a shrub. And this is from pomegranate seeds that I brought at the store. And I got about 10 of these in the yard now. In about 2 years, I'll have tons of pomegranates. Here's another little weevil. You want to get rid of these guys because they'll give you a lot of problems. So here's some more bell peppers in the ground. And the okra that I took down, I chopped it up to pieces and I put it in the center of this grow area that I have. And what I'll do is I'll throw compost over it and this will break down and it'll be a great fertilizer. So everything that I rip out of the garden, my squash, all the vines, all of that ends up going back into the soil and turning into compost. So here I got more bell peppers. This is a sugar apple that's doing amazing. Got to keep that passion fruit away from it. But this was from seed and it's doing really, really well. Got a passion fruit over here that wants to take over the entire yard. I mean, this thing's a monster. I built some teepees for it over there. And I mean, it's just a monster. So I gotta watch it because it'll try to like cover up this sugar apple. I got another sugar apple right there. Some more Thai chilies. This is a Cuban sweet pepper. These are called cachucha peppers. I keep calling them Cuban peppers, but in Cuba they're called cachucha peppers. And look how big and bushy this thing is. This is a different strain from the one that I have in my yard that I've grown for years. So far we tried one off of this and it really was pretty flavorless, so I was disappointed. But I'm hoping, it was another plant that I had from the same seeds, but I'm hoping that maybe, you know, it's just a freak thing. So hopefully this will produce some tasty peppers. Here's my avocado. This one is choquette, and we bought this one as a tree, a small tree. And here are the avocados that it has. These will be ready for December, January, and they grow 2 to 3 pound avocados. So yeah, they grow really, really big. There's another one here, there's another one up there. So it's doing pretty good. Last year I think it produced, no, last year they all fell off. The year before that it produced around 8. So it's a young tree. I think this year it's got about 15. Here's my fig, one fig. This is my lime tree that I'm struggling with because of the leaf miners. And as you guys know, I'm organic, so I don't want to use any synthetic pesticides. If you guys know any kind of organic treatment for citrus leaf miners, please let me know in the comments because I'm really struggling with that. This is mango. I don't even know what mango this is. If it's not good, I'll just cut it down and end up grafting something good onto it, but we'll see. This is a banana tree that my friends gave me, and this already has 2 pups underneath, so it's already reproducing. Got some more those peppers over here. Actually, these are Scotch bonnet peppers, and a huge pomegranate that's doing really well, nice and bushy over here. And this guy, look at that, it's doing amazing. So I'm really happy with that. Here's another pepper, I think that's a Scotch bonnet, and another pomegranate beyond it. Okay, so here's a little Thai chili. This is a baby. This one actually dried up on the plant because I didn't see it. So over there we got papaya. We got figs, more figs. We got more pigeon peas. Some bananas that I planted. Coffee. This is Arabica coffee. Blackberries. More peppers. These are Cuban peppers. Got a bell pepper over there. Another coffee. Some taro and sweet potato at its base. Some yams. These are savory yams, not sweet potatoes. These are different. And they climb up onto the trees, and they'll have a root vegetable at the bottom if you dig them up. How many papayas? Papayas doing great. We got some aloe down here. Another taro. This one I'm growing in a container. These are called hog plums in the back. And this plant is beautiful. It provides awesome shade, and also it provides structure for passion fruit trees that I got down here. Look at the passion fruit. It's becoming like a jungle down here. And the sweet potato is also climbing. So we got passion fruit climbing all around. We got sweet potato there. We got yams. This is my mango tree. This is a mango called Francine mangoes, and they were delicious. They produced about 5 mangoes. This is the first time, but we planted it from seed, and they were amazing. So right now I'm air layering here to produce a second clone of this tree. When I cut it, it'll root there, and I'll cut it. Here's another pomegranate. These are avocados, and these are Super Hass. They're a little bit bigger than the regular Hass avocados. This is the first time that this little tree has produced, and it's got about 10 of them on there. This area here is all cachucha peppers, cassava in the back. This is cassava, super delicious root vegetable. Got the sugar cane right here in the corner. Over there, that's actually lemongrass right there in the corner. Then we got another banana that I planted down there in the corner. More papayas. We got tons of papaya. These are all papayas out here. There's 4 of them right here, fully loaded with papayas. These are great to use in place of potatoes, or just make salads with them. I got some pineapple on here that I planted. This is stuff from the store, and it just grew. We got 3 pineapple trees there now. Let's see what else we got over here. Oh, ginger. This is our ginger plant. It's doing great. We'll dig it up pretty soon and transplant, make some more. Got another passion fruit down there at the base of that papaya that's already climbing up. You can see the vine and the leaves right there, climbed up on the papaya. Got a lemon plant. This is Meyer lemon, and these are doing terrible because of the leaf miners. I might just give up on citrus altogether here in Florida. So here is the guava. This produces tons of guava every year. I mean, enough for me to eat and not want any guavas and then give some away. So I don't want any more guava trees because that produces plenty. I got some more peppers there at the base. Some yams that are climbing up. And that's the thing about permaculture. Look at that papaya. This papaya tree was broken down by the hurricane The last hurricane we had here, and it broke it down, and now it's growing on the floor. So it's pretty amazing. These are all taro over here, and they kind of create a shade line for some of these peppers. Got some more sweet potato on the floor there. This is I think this is a Scotch bonnet right here, growing in the shade. Is doing great. More sweet potatoes, pigeon pea over there. We got some more peppers and some more taro on the other side. More peppers over there, mango. This is more peppers that we experimented. This is actually going to be all garlic, onion, and potatoes. These rows here, because we eat a lot of that. Here's our oregano that's going wild, taking over. This one oregano plant. This is Thai basil, and it's flowering. So when it starts to flower, where it gets out of control and you can't take them all off, you need to get a cutting and start a new plant, because eventually it'll start dying when it flowers like this. And it'll also make the leaves a little bit more bitter. So that's basically it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you really soon on the next one.